world's most amazing videos. Rocketing race cars. Fanatical freestylers. Surf-slamming speedboats. They all crash and burn. First, a daredevil biker blows an 80-foot jump. Then, a nitro-fueled drag boat disintegrates at 200 miles an hour. Plus, extreme jumpers test their skill above a foam pit, but one takes it too far. And later, a high-octane fight to the finish. Oh, there we go. Ends in a pulverizing knockout. They hit. Oh, no! These are the incredible true-life stories of people who faced their most desperate hour and live to tell about it. Everything you are about to see is real. Real people, real danger, real excitement. Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. You are about to witness the world's most amazing videos. Tonight, crash and burn.
County, Maryland. Professional stunt bikers use a giant foam pit to safely test out their tricks. Today, novice Tommy Pasamente gives it a whirl on his bicycle. No sweat.
Backflip, baby.
Tommy amps it up, grabbing his street bike for a backflip attempt. Tommy fails, but gets a tip from the cameraman.
You can go twice as fast.
He takes the advice, but this time decides to try a front flip. Bad idea. Tommy somersaults 30 feet in the air, but his momentum carries him beyond the pit. Friends find him writhing in pain. Incredibly, this first-time daredevil sustains only a broken foot and torn knee ligaments.
I can't even put into words how scared I was of actually dying, because it felt like my lungs collapsed, and that was the last breath I ever took was before I hit the ground.
Tommy wasn't convinced he could pull a front flip, but he thought the attempt would entertain his pals. He cranks the bike to 60 miles an hour. And almost immediately, his dream seems possible.
As soon as I lift the lip, I'm hanging off the front of this thing, and I'm ecstatic. I'm going through the air, and it's going forward, and I'm doing a front flip. I'm doing a front flip on a street bike. I look down, and there's no foam pit. I'm pimping my pants. My left foot was the first thing to hit, and it just exploded. I felt pins, needles, fire.
The impact tears Tommy's shoes from his feet. His knee is shattered. But it's a much better outcome than anyone thought possible, including Tommy himself.
I've never been more thankful in my life for being alive.
Lake, Wisconsin. Driver Catherine Legg is new on the Champ Car circuit.
Green, green, green.
few laps to go, she's in position for a top 5 finish. Until disaster. Speeding into a turn, Catherine loses control. At 160 miles per hour, she rockets into the wall. The brutal force rips her vehicle to shreds. Track workers rush in, unsure if Catherine has even survived. But miraculously, she's not only alive, she comes through without a single scratch.
When you look at the way the accident happened, if it had happened slightly differently, then I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today, so I'm very fortunate.
The trouble starts when a back lane breaks off, heading into a hairpin curve. Before Catherine can react, she's flying end over end. Her head hits the turf in the rolling tornado. Thankfully, the driver compartment stays intact as the rest of the car splinters apart. Catherine shakes off the terrifying wipeout to the delight of her fans. But it serves as a graphic reminder that on the track, every turn can be for the worse.
If you're a race car driver, you have a healthy respect for the dangers, but it is one of the things you sign on for. It's just one of the consequences that, you know, in the back of your mind could happen.
Red Bluff, California. At the Nitro Nationals drag boat races, team owner Eddie Knox watches his boat set a new speed record.
We had built a special set of propellers just for this type of water, and consequently broke the world record, ran over 263 miles an hour.
Now, Eddie's driver, Dale Ishimuro, prepares to defend the title against the next contender. But this race will find him breaking more than a record. It's a devastating crash. Running over 200 miles an hour, one of Dale's propellers snaps off. The boat launches into the air and flings its massive engine block toward the other craft. The Challenger is okay. No one knows what's happened to Dale. It turns out Dale's capsule ejected on impact. But as emergency crews rush out to save him, Eddie is worried.
It's probably one of the worst wrecks I've ever seen. You're kind of just frozen in your footsteps, because Dale's not just a driver. He's really a good friend. He's a good family man. And so it's immediate shock.
Divers reach the cockpit and make a terrifying discovery. It's open and taking on water. By the time they reach Dale, their worst fears are realized. His helmet is filled with water. He's drowning in his own suit. They free him from his gear and desperately try to revive the unconscious racer. Eddie is afraid his pursuit to be the fastest may have cost him one of his best friends.
I didn't know if he was okay, if he wasn't. There was no way of telling.
Finally, Dale comes to. He has a broken back, brain damage. The racer will have a long road to recovery. The accident convinces him to retire.
It's not going to be easy to replace him. As a matter of fact, it's not possible to replace him. But the fact that he'll get to watch his kids grow up and maybe get to go watch another boat race another day, we feel pretty good about that.
Coming up, a wannabe biker suffers a bone-crushing setback. And a sudden storm on a racetrack triggers a flood of destruction. Plus, a high-flying bike jump comes up painfully short. Next, on the world's most amazing videos, Crash and Burn.